In simpler terms, the more we identify with our minds, the more we endure suffering. Conversely, embracing and accepting the present moment liberates us from pain, suffering, and the constraints of the egotic mind. The mind instinctively resists or denies the present moment because it relies on time, both past and future, to function and maintain control. The timeless now is perceived as a threat to the mind's dominance. Time and the mind are tightly interwoven, and their inseparability becomes apparent when considering a scenario devoid of human life on Earth, where only plants or animals exist. In such a situation, concepts like past and future lose their meaning, and questions about time become irrelevant. While the mind and time are essential for navigating the world, there is a tipping point where they begin to dominate our lives, leading to dysfunction, pain, and sorrow. To assert control, the mind consistently works to overlay the present moment with the past and future. Consequently, the inherent vitality and boundless creative potential of being tied to the now get obscured by time. Over time, the mind accumulates a heavy burden, and this burden contributes to the dysfunction, pain, and sorrow experienced by individuals. This burden is compounded every time individuals overlook or deny the significance of the present moment, reducing it to a mere means of reaching some future moments that exist only in their mind, not in reality. Let's not forget, future is in our imagination and the past in our memory, so the only thing that really matters is this moment here right now while you are actually listening to these words. The collective and individual human mind carries the weight of accumulated time, holding with it a considerable amount of residual pain from the past. If you wish to break the cycle of causing pain for yourself and others and refrain from adding to the lingering pain from the past, the key is to limit the creation of unnecessary time. Minimize the mental constructs of past and future, allowing only as much time as is essential for addressing practical aspects of life. To cease creating excessive time, deeply recognize that the present moment is your sole reality. Shift your focus to making the now the central point of your life. Previously, your attention dwelled in the realm of time with only occasional visits to the present. Reverses the pattern. Establish your residence in the now and briefly visit the past or future only when required for practical concerns. Embrace the present moment with an affirmative yes. It is senseless and counterproductive to internally resist something that already exists. What could be more irrational than opposing life itself, which is externally unfolding in the present? Choose to surrender to the current reality. Embrace life with a resounding yes, and observe how life begins to collaborate with you instead of working against you. The present moment may at times be challenging, unpleasant, or distressing, but it is as it is. Observe how the mind assesses and labels it, realizing that this constant judgment process generates pain and unhappiness. By closely observing the workings of the mind, you disengage from its resistance patterns, allowing the present moment to simply be. The experience offers a glimpse of inner freedom from external conditions and a state of genuine inner peace. Observe the unfolding events and, if necessary or possible, take appropriate action. Practice acceptance before taking action. Regardless of the contents of the present moment, treat it as if it were your deliberate choice. Work with it, not against it. Embrace it as your friend and ally, not as an adversary. This transformative approach can work wonders in your life, bringing about a miraculous shift in perspective. In the absence of accessing the power of the present moment, every emotional pain endured contributes to a lingering residue of pain within you. This pain combines with pre-existing pain from the past, embedding itself in your mind and body. This accumulation encompasses childhood suffering resulting from the unawareness of the world that you entered. To comprehend it as a distinct invisible entity is approaching an accurate understanding. It is the emotional pain body. The pain body functions in two modes, dormant and active. While it may remain dormant for a significant portion of the time, in profoundly unhappy individuals, it can be active continuously. Some individuals essentially live dominated by their pain body, while others encounter it selectively, triggered by specific situations like intimate relationships or those associated with past traumas, be they physical or emotional. Various stimuli, especially those resonating with past pain patterns, can activate the pain body. Even a simple thought or innocent remark from someone close has the potential to awaken it from its dormant state. Others, however, are formidable and destructive entities, true demons. They manifest in physical violence and more commonly in emotional violence. Some direct their aggression towards people in your vicinity, while others target you as their host. This hostility can lead to profoundly negative and self-destructive thoughts and feelings, often resulting in illness and accidents. In extreme cases, some pain bodies drive their hosts to contemplate or commit suicide even. Discovering an unexpected alien-like and unpleasant side of someone you thought you knew can be profoundly shocking. However, it is more crucial to observe this phenomenon with yourself than with others. Be vigilant for any signs of unhappiness in yourself, manifesting in various forms such as irritation, impatience, a gloomy mood, a desire to harm, anger, rage, depression, or a tendency to create drama in your relationship. Recognize these signals the moment the pain body steers from its dormant state. The pain body, like any survival-orientated entity, seeks to endure, and its survival hinges on your unconscious identification with it. Once it manages to take control, it essentially becomes you and exists through your experiences. Its sustenance relies on obtaining its food through you, feeding on any experience that aligns with its energy, particularly those that generate further pain, whether in the forms of anger, destructiveness, hatred, grief, emotional turmoil, violence, or even illness. When the pain body dominates your consciousness, it orchestrates situations in your life that mirror its own energy frequency, providing the conditions it needs to feed on. Crucially, pain can only thrive on more pain. It cannot draw sustenance from joy, finding such positive energy difficult to assimilate. Once the pain body has gained control, there is a subconscious desire for more pain. In this state, you either assume the role of a victim or a perpetrator, seeking either to inflict pain on others or to endure it yourself, often both. Despite not being consciously aware of this dynamic, individuals may deny a desire for pain. However, Upon closer inspection, their thoughts and actions are geared towards perpetuating pain for themselves and those around them. If one were genuinely conscious of this pattern, it would naturally disintegrate because consciously wanting more pain is a form of insanity, and no one is intentionally and consciously insane. The pain body, acting as the ego dark shadow, is genuinely afraid of the illuminating light of your consciousness. Its very existence relies on your unconscious identification with it and your reluctance to confront the pain residing within you. However, if you avoid facing it and don't bring the light of your consciousness into the pain, you will find yourself repeatedly reliving it. While the pain body might appear as a formidable monster too daunting to confront, it is in reality an unsubstantial phantom that cannot withstand the power of your presence. Certain spiritual teachers assert that all pain is essentially an illusion, a truth in theory. Yet the crucial question is whether this truth holds in your own experience. Simply believing it doesn't make it a reality. If you want to break free from perpetual pain, the focus should be on realizing this truth and making it tangible in your own life. The pain body actively resists direct observation as it fears exposure. When you consciously observe it, feel its energy within you, and redirect your attention towards it, the identification is disrupted. When we attain enough consciousness to disentangle ourselves from the pain body, we become the witness or observer of it. In this state, the pain body loses its ability to manipulate us or our identity, and it can no longer sustain itself through our engagement. This marks the discovery of our innermost strength and the activation of the power of the present moment. Unconsciousness gives rise to the pain body, while consciousness transforms it into itself. St. Paul eloquently captured this universal principle, stating, "Everything is shown up by being exposed to the light, and whatever is exposed to the light itself becomes light." Attempting to combat the darkness or the pain body is futile, as it only generates inner conflict and exacerbates the suffering. Instead, the key lies in observation, simply watching the pain body without resistance, acknowledging it as a part of the present moment. In one simple word, guys, it's all about acceptance. The pain body is formed by life energy that has become separated from your total energy field, temporarily gaining autonomy through the unnatural process of mental identification. It turns inward, adopting an anti-life stance, akin to an animal attempting to consume its own tail. This anti-life orientation contributes to the destructive aspects of our civilization, although even these destructive forces are manifestations of life energy.